Hey, gang, it's Brooke and Rhonda from the bunker. My bunker down here in Oklahoma City. Here comes Rhonda. Sorry, Rhonda. So Rhonda's live. Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, how's it going?
And Rhonda's up in her town. Sorry. Good grief. Sorry. I know. I got too much technology. Usually I don't have enough technology. Now I have too much technology. Are y'all hearing me okay? Sometimes it's mic. I'm never sure. Rhonda, you look great today. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Hump Day,
Yeah,
Trump
happy
Day.
Wednesday. Yeah. No, that's right. Hump day, Trump day.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, look what I got.
Oh my gosh, I want one of those. That is
I got my
adorable.
own action figure, Ruth Bader Ginsburg
That's.
action figure.
Did you order that offline?
Oh, you know.
You know. You
You know I did.
know. You know.
That's right. I'll have to
So
see if I can find you one.
that's so cool. Well, let's talk quickly about what's happening in Oklahoma. Of course, the Stitt ground game is on the ground. We've got Republicans that are running for office that are very important that we need to make sure that we re-elect Mike Hunter to Attorney General. Cindy Byrd needs to be our
Yeah.
state auditor, as you know. Matt Pinnell is running for Lieutenant Governor on the Republican ticket. And Kevin Stitt, businessman Kevin Stitt, never before been a politician, is running for governor because why? He sees what's happening in Oklahoma akin to what
Yes.
Trump saw, what was happening in the United States of America. And here we
Yep.
are now with Trump almost 2 years as president. We're sitting at almost 5 GDP in the economy in the USA. If you want Oklahoma's turnaround, it starts right now with Kevin Stitt.
That's right. That's exactly right. He is exactly what Oklahoma needs at this time. We keep electing people that are politicians. Drew Edmondson is a politician. We've seen what Drew Edmondson's plan for Oklahoma is, which is more taxes. I think Kevin Stitt is the right man for the job. I think that while I do not agree with running the governor and lieutenant governor together, I honestly believe that Kevin Stitt and Matt Pinnell are going to make a rock star team for the state of Oklahoma. I'm very excited about the November 6th elections.
Totally. That is a great team. That is a rock star. That is championship
Yes.
team right there between Kevin Stitt and his lieutenant governor to be Matt Pinnell. There is an awesome event coming for, excuse me, I have trouble with my technology. So Friday night, Rhonda, I hope you can come down to Edmond. We've got a really cool event, meet and greet with both Kevin and Matt, Kevin Stitt and Matt Pinnell together. Edmond.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So folks out there in OTU land, if you'd like to come and meet the next governor of Oklahoma and the lieutenant governor, his Batman and Robin right there, Kevin and Matt, Friday
Yeah,
night in Edmond.
I'm going to tell you, it's very exciting, and I think I mentioned it the other day when we spoke, but there are people that are seeing the commercials that are being run from an outside
Yeah.
agency or outside organization
All that dark
that's
money.
trying to tie that's trying to tie Kevin Stitt to Mary Fallon, and there's nothing that could be further from the truth. So I encourage people, don't be persuaded by just your commercials.
Yes.
Check the candidate out. If there's something
Right.
you heard in a commercial that you don't like, seek out the candidate and find them and ask them, because you're going to find that a lot of the advertising that's being done, especially if it's not sponsored by the candidate themselves,
Definitely.
then it's meant to influence. It's outside influence, and we shouldn't really pay any attention to it.
Right. You and I know this because we've been in politics for many years. Those things are called independent expenditures. They're separate from the campaign. So if you see something that's come in, just like Rhonda said, and you're questioning its validity, you want to question its veracity, contact the campaign and find out, because more than likely, anything that's coming out about Kevin Stitt right now, marrying him to Mary Fallon, that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, the only candidate in this race that's anything like Mary Fallon is Drew Edmondson. He's the one that wants more of your
Exactly
taxes,
right.
right?
Those, yeah, those are the two that you should pair together, is Edmondson and Fallon,
Totally.
not Stitt and Fallon.
No. So Edmondson has been a politician for how long? Mary Fallon was a state rep, and then a governor, or then a congresswoman, and then lieutenant governor, and then governor. Just like Edmondson is trying to ride all those rudders to the top, Kevin Stitt is coming in with the attitude that Donald Trump had, and that is, I'm seeing my state fall on its face, and it's time for the Oklahoma turnaround. Just like Donald Trump said, he's the only other billionaire I'm aware of, is Donald Trump, that is doing exactly what Kevin Stitt will do, and that's not take a salary. While Drew Edmondson right now, Rhonda, draws a $149,000 state pension currently, and then is going to...
Holy cow.
And then on top of that will now be granted his governor if he wins. Y'all make sure that he doesn't take more of our tax dollars just to sit on Grand Lake.
I think that's awesome. I mean, so Stitt has come out and said he's not going to take a paycheck at all?
He did with News 4 a couple of weeks ago. I haven't really seen it as a talking point or anything, but I did hear him state that some time ago. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
I know he came out with his 10-point education plan, and it looks really good.
Right.
You know,
Definitely.
and that's something that probably in a future show, maybe next week or something, we can kind of go over his 10-point plan and discuss it, because
Let's do that.
Because we've got to look at what it's going to take to reform and redo education in Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Let's do that, because really we need to look also what Edmondson is promising, which is raising your income taxes. Edmondson also, just over the weekend, I mentioned on our show on Monday, but I want to reiterate it right now. The mayor of Los Angeles, Sanctuary City, Los Angeles mayor, came to Oklahoma to stump for Drew Edmondson. Oklahomans, is that what you want? Do you want to turn our state into California? Isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
It is. It is crazy, and and unfortunately it's happening. Right. I mean, heck, look, we had Becky Maldonado on our show last week, and she clearly stated that she came from California, and we told her, we don't mind you being here, but leave your crazy thinking, at the border, because that's what's happening. California is in such disarray right now, and people can't afford to live there.
She stopped talking. Yeah. Sorry. We're having more.
Oh, no, that's fine, because I'm not seeing. All I see, you're frozen on my screen.
Oh, I'm frozen
so it's okay.
on your screen. Oh, shoot.
You are.
I hope I'm not making a funny face.
You look pretty. No, you look pretty. It's fine.
I always get frozen at the most inopportune times. Well, so let's move over and talk a little bit more about the unhinged left. Currently, we see, of course, what took place over the weekend. It's not stopping. Now Hillary Clinton has come out and basically calling for civil war. Why isn't anyone calling her out? Where is the outrage on her saying these kinds of inflammatory things?
Well, do you think that anybody really listens to what she has to say? I mean, honestly, her
minions do.
Well, her minions do, but her minions, I mean, look, even the Democratic Party doesn't really want to have anything to do with her.
Yeah.
And so, she's stirring stuff up. I liken it to the same as like Farrakhan and Al Sharpton or Maxine Waters. I mean, shame on them for doing what they're doing, but you're not going to stop them, because listen, right now, Brooke, we're in a battle for our country. And it's time. It's unfortunate, but it's time that people are going to have to take sides. You've got to figure, do you stand for the Constitution, or do you stand for socialism?
Right.
Because those are your two choices. There's no independent, there's no libertarian, there's no extra thing out there that you can vote for. It's either, do you support the socialist leanings and where they're taking us, if the Democrats are in control, because we know exactly that's what's going to happen, or do you want to fight for the Constitution? Because if you think the battle that we saw over Kavanaugh was bad, hang on till the next one comes along, or hang on till the next battle comes along, because they're not giving up, and they're going to do whatever it takes. When people take delight in ruining someone's life because they don't want them to have a particular position, there is something evilly wrong with the citizens in Oklahoma, in America.
It is true, Rhonda. There is so much vitriol. So many people are being attacked. I saw a picture of a young woman pushed downstairs because she was wearing a MAGA hat or shirt. And then I want to show you a quick video on. We found it on Twitter. Okay. It's about a gentleman. I guess he's trying to get away from a mob in Portland, Oregon. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's Antifa. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, an old white guy, he's white, they say, so they're running after him with sticks and, and then get his license. Why get his license? Are you going to find out where he lives? Are you going to go to his home?
Well, they say the police are standing down and allowing that stuff to happen in Portland, Oregon. Now, how long do you think how long before Portland, Oregon becomes Detroit, Michigan?
Yeah, not long.
I mean, seriously. I mean, you've got, and I know this is going to be taken wrong, but I'm just sick and tired of being politically correct. I'm sorry, but the inmates are in charge of the asylum.
Oh,
so,
for sure.
That's just the way I see it.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Ruth fell over.
Oh, pick up Ruth. She needed to just take a nap. That's what she's needing.
She's my action figure.
So people are reaching out to me in a lot of ways. I don't know if people are doing the same thing for you, but they're wanting to learn more about Q. They're wanting us to talk more about Q. So what I thought I might do, yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? What I thought I might do is just read this last, most important, it's very important post that, well, actually, nope, that's not it. Sorry.
Is that the one that made my eyeballs cross? I'm telling you.
Where's that coming from? Is that from here? Hold on. Sorry. Technical stuff. It's technical.
Yeah.
Why is my phone still making noise?
Frosty, you're going to need to take her phone away from her, Frosty.
No, I have to read it. Okay, I found it. Sorry. God, that's nuts. All right, listen. This is post number 2380. Back to Q. Enough of my craziness.
Okay.
Back to Q. Post number 2380. It dropped on the 9th. Isn't today the 10th?
No, that was yesterday. Remember, everybody was kind of going, what's going on? We're waiting to see something. And then all of a sudden he makes that huge drop.
And that's it. That's the one I want to read because it's really important.
Okay.
Use logic and critical thinking to understand why the wheels of justice move slowly. That's the title. And the reason, we use this method is because when you ask critical questions, you know this, you've taught your children this, instead of it being spoon-fed, and sometimes I love it when Q spoon-feeds me, but also when we ask these critical questions, makes our brains get engaged, makes us go over and look things up, helps us understand and answer our own questions to ourselves, and that's what is called learning, not just parroting, but learning. So it's like, use your brains, people. Statement release 10/9/18 and in the kill box P_authority1. General statement. We understand that there is extreme fatigue and frustration regarding the wheels of justice. Slow. Exclude emotion and personal desire. Instead, use logic and critical thinking based on situational awareness. Undoing a lifetime of evil and corruption infestation in the span of less than 2 years with a corrupt DOJ and FBI in place? ? So seriously, they have to undo what's been done, and they've already undone it in 18, 19, 20 months. So there's all this more work that, and the wheels of justice grind slowly. But seriously, if they were to put this before a tribunal or before the DOJ right now, when you've still got Rod Rosenstein as second in charge. Oh, did you just get scared?
Sorry, my husband just walked in my office and scared the fire out of me.
You're FaceTiming somebody. I thought you was.
You need a sign on your door.
I know.
Broadcasting.
On air.
On
That's
air,
right.
flashing light. So my point to that, I'm sorry, does he need to deal with you?
It's okay. It's okay. Yes, I'll be leaving here shortly.
Okay, because we got the clock and I'm not ready to leave yet.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll just keep going then. We'll talk about this
Yes, please
later.
do.
All right, process and planning, law and order. This is a military operation. People, pay attention. This is a military op. How can you make arrests, non-military, prior to first fully cleaning out corrupt elements at the top of those departments, FBI, DOJ, that oversee the investigation and prosecution in the United States? They themselves are the very ones engaged in the illegal treasonous acts. The people at the very top, the ones that would make the decision and would sign it off, they're the ones that are traitors.
Yeah.
So we got to go there first. So we've had James Comey, director, fired. Andrew McCabe, deputy director, fired. Jim Rybicki, chief of staff and senior counselor, fired. James Baker, general counsel, fired. Bill Priestep, director of counterintelligence and Strzok's boss, remember Peter Strzok? Cooperating witness, which means his power's been removed. We've still got him, but we've got him under our thumb. He's cooperating with us, giving us details. Peter Strzok, Deputy Assistant Director of Counterintelligence, fired. Lisa Page, fired, forced. Mike Cortan, fired. Josh Campbell, fired. David Loffman, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just move on down. Termination imminent. Bruce Orr, termination imminent. He is still a cooperating witness. When people ask about why hasn't Bruce Orr come, why haven't we known more about what Bruce Orr,
Right.
We don't know what they've been doing behind closed doors, especially what John Huber has done over in Utah. That's not for our eyes right now. We don't need to see that. We don't need to know. It's going to be all part of the D class.
Well, they're laying the groundwork is what they're doing. They're
Absolutely.
setting the foundation so that when stuff starts going down, they're going to have places to go and
Yes.
places to put these people.
Well, this is a very long post, so I know you've got to run, and I do too. We're going to actually go to a commercial break in just a minute. When I finish this last thing, the last thing they say is, how do you navigate around installed corrupt FBI DOJ? You use a stealth bomber, is all caps, as an answer. Who must authorize the firing of FBI DOJ officials? Who must authorize that? Obviously Sessions.
The president.
Obviously Trump.
Oh, Session, yeah, or the president.
Why
yeah.
did Andrew McCabe try to take Sessions out? Very interesting. What was Sessions' Senate confirmation vote? 52-47. Logical thinking versus clickbait. Y'all start thinking logically. Start reading the Q posts. If you don't understand them, and this was very long. There's a lot to go through here. A lot about Mueller, and that's coming up soon. Go find someone like Praying Medic. Go find the X22 report. Take a listen to the War Drummer, which reads off Serial Brain 2's decodes from Q. Get engaged, get involved, join the movement. I have never had more fun being part of a spy novel than we are right now living in these days in the United States.
That's right. I keep telling, my family will look at me and go, what, this is crazy that's going on. I'm like, hang on to your britches because it's going to get really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. Rhonda, I'm going to mention 3 events real quickly. Edmond meet and greet with Kevin Stitt Friday night. Gosnell is opening this weekend. Go see the movie Gosnell. It's a story that Hollywood won't tell, that nobody wanted you to hear about. The most prolific serial killer in the United States is Kermit Gosnell. And the 3rd event is a gathering place in Tulsa at 10 a.m., the Second Amendment rally. I hope you're there.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a short break. And then when we come back, we've got our investigative reporter on the set. Signing off.
Awesome. Thanks. Hey, y'all have a good evening, and I'll talk to you on Friday.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
you have problems with pain, anxiety, or sleeplessness? Come see us at Can Help Wellness, where we can help. Stop by any of our 4 wellness centers to find out how premium CBD products can help you find relief. From balms to tinctures to even products for your pets. Natural, safe, organic relief and lab tested with certifications. Reach out to one of our wellness consultants today at 405-455-3012 or online at cann-help.com.
Yeah, we've got News Now OKC's Tim Harper in. Tim, how you at it? News 9 actually picked up your story about the Oklahoma Department of Transportation and the roughhousing that you received at the hands of their security guard.
Yes, that's correct.
So, how did they get a hold of the story? Did they just see it on your YouTube channel? Did they see it here on Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite? Do you know how they found out?
I don't know, but I assume they viewed my YouTube channel.
Okay, great.
It's up there. You can go to News Now OKC on YouTube and watch it yourself.
And if you don't know what we're referring to, Tim came on with us. Doing an audit at the Department of Transportation, just taking some video footage, auditing the condition of the building and the attentiveness, unfortunately, of the staff that was there. And there was a security guard that was spending what seemed like most of his time on taxpayer dollars cruising Facebook or maybe watching News Now OKC on YouTube, maybe so. Hey, but anyways, let's roll the story from News 9 about your article.
Okay.
Is trying to clear the air after a video posted online shows a man walking through their buildings and there's security issues in question.
He was just bizarre. It's just crazy. So now the ODOT staff says they're a target of harassing on social media. Chris Gilmore here to show us the video and explain. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Robin Lacey there. Definitely concerned. The video is titled "Security Slams Me Into Door." The YouTube user behind the video is documenting his interactions with security and OHP troopers here at ODOT headquarters while he's walking through the building unidentified and filming.
Work here or anything? Oh no, this place works for us.
The clip has racked up about 10,000 views in the past 24 hours. It was posted by a YouTube account under the username NewsNowOKC. The man behind the channel claims to be a First and Second Amendment auditor and has several videos posted over the past month testing the rules at various local and state agencies.
I was assaulted at the, not by the police that you see in the video, but by a security guard at this building today.
ODOT posted on its Facebook page Tuesday night, employees now fear for their safety after the visitor entered the building undetected and disregarded security safeguards and alarmed a female employee in her office after hours. The post states visitors willing to work within the security protocols, which are visiting during normal working hours of Monday through Friday, 7:30 through 4:30. They're more than welcome. Reporting live and seen on the story here at ODOT headquarters, Chris Gilmore, News Now.
Have it, you claim to be an auditor for the First and Second Amendment. You know what? I think he was claiming to be a news reporter.
Yep.
I think News 9 is claiming to be a news channel.
Yep.
How about that? How exactly are they delineating between your accreditations as a journalist and an auditor and theirs?
I guess because they have millions of dollars of equipment. That might be the difference.
Okay.
So.
Now, he did mention that the video is getting quite a bit of attention. I think he said 10,000 views in the last 24 hours.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that pretty typical for your videos, or is this one getting a little more attention?
A lot more, much more. It's going nationwide. It's going viral.
Okay, so to, set up the scene for us a little bit, because News 9 did a great job of setting up the terrorist threat that you are story. I don't know what narrative they were trying to sell, that you bypass security protocols. you filmed the security guard playing on his phone, Facebook on his phone,
Yes.
for 20 minutes when you came into the building.
Yes, I even walked up to his guard shack there, and he didn't respond. And you know, maybe the employees at that building should feel threatened because he's not doing his job. And that's what an auditor does. I go in and I see things unannounced. Unlike the news stations, which call ahead and they set up an appointment time and get things sanitized and everything is just picture perfect for their interviews, I walk in unannounced and I catch things as they really are. This is what's really going on in our government buildings today. I walk in and I catch employees on Facebook all the time. Normally they're not doing anything and they have downtime, and that's fine, we all do it. But when you're a guard, a security guard at a building supposed to be protecting it, and you're on Facebook and you don't even notice the 6'2", 250-pound guy walk in and repeatedly come up to your desk, walk around for 25 minutes, well, that's dereliction of duty in my book.
But you bypass their security protocols because you didn't sign in? Is that what they're saying? That you didn't sign in whenever you walked in?
Yeah.
Did anybody ask you to sign in?
Nobody asked me. They did have a little sign out front. But what if I can't read? What if I have reading impairment? You know, that's what this guy is supposed to do is get you to sign in. And they say I was there after hours. I walked in at 2 minutes till 4:30. 4:28 is when I walked in. Now, I was there for over 30 minutes, but because they didn't watch me come in, they didn't know I was there. They need to pay attention to their jobs.
Now, the biggest problem that I see in the video is the fact that that security guard then tries to prevent you from leaving the building. So he and his cohort, his coworker that felt threatened enough to stand between you and a door, were trying to prevent you from leaving a public area in a public building.
Yeah, they asked me to leave. And then the female person, Miss Hart, says, just call the state troopers. And I said, yeah, call them. I said, I agreed. It's very short. It's hard to hear. But I agreed, call them because I'm doing nothing wrong. And then I said, well, I'm got all my video because I was actually on my way out the door when this happened. And I was ready to leave. And they basically refused to let me leave the building because they thought that the trooper would arrest me. But I did nothing wrong, and they figured that out. And they wrote a report, took the picture of my injuries. And we're still waiting on the reports to be written, and I've open requested the lobby video from that place so that we can get the time period when my camera shut off and I realized it was off and turned it back on. And we'll watch that. At no time did I ever really get violent with the guy. I had a camera in one hand the whole time, and I was just trying to keep him off me with my hand. And he slammed me into the glass door and the door frame. And that's when my camera shut off.
Now, I watched the whole video, and I thought it was absolutely absurd the way that they were treating you, because it clearly wasn't about their security policies or protocols. It's about control. They want control over you. They wanted you to submit to their demands, and you even acquiesced it and said, I will sign in. I've got no problems doing that. And you signed in as News Now OKC. Yes. Well, that's not good enough for them. They want to know who you are. So they want you to show them your driver's license. That this is another private citizen. A security guard is not an officer of the law that is demanding that you identify yourself for them in a public building.
Yeah, their job is to observe and report. Now, they can jump in and help someone if they're getting physically attacked. Anyone can do that. Anyone can help anyone in that situation. But what does a name give them? If I tell them my name, does that prevent me from doing anything wrong? If I'm hell-bent on doing something, I don't care. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll sign in. I'll go do what I got to do. I know I'm going to get caught anyway.
Well, so, and like I said, that's the big red flags that I get in these videos. And I think, honestly, the reason why you get so much pushback whenever you do these First Amendment audits, because Tim was inside videoing the condition of the building at the Department of Transportation. They also have a lot of cool equipment and things that are in there. I mean, they have, I believe, with the lady, a curator or something of the item.
The lady that confronted me?
Uh-huh.
No, she worked in human resources.
Oh, okay.
She should know better.
Okay.
She came out and said that she was threatened by me, yet she walks right up to me and grabs the ink pen from my hand.
Right.
while I'm trying to sign in. She wasn't threatened by me, not one bit. If she was, she needed to turn around, go back to her office, and lock herself in and call the police.
Do we still have the video of him at the Department of Transportation? I know I'm catching you on the fly there, Frosty. Hey, you guys go and check out Tim's YouTube channel, News Now OKC. He's got some other cohorts if you want to go ahead and plug some other channels.
Yeah, we've got James Freeman. Go to his. Go to News Now Patrick. Go to Picture Perfect and Okie Audits. These are the guys I work with, and we go all over auditing our public buildings. And we don't ID because we don't have to. We haven't committed a crime against anybody. And it's our privacy. We have the right not to ID just because an officer wants it and we haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to ID when someone walks up and asks you your name. Wouldn't it be weird if someone just walked up to you on the street and said, I need to see your driver's license. What's your name?
Frosty's a rock star, and we do actually have the video. So let's roll the video of Tim and News Now OKC down at the ODOT building.
It came all the way around.
Headley.
And I'm Ryan. The development here. A young dad who...
It came all the way around. And then I came down. No, well, listen.
To come in this building, you have to identify yourself. Yeah. Did you sign in?
Okay.
Yeah, well, so you need to sign in. You need to show some kind of ID, okay? Because you can't just come in this building without identifying yourself.
Why not?
Because that's our policy.
Okay.
You have to sign in at the front.
Well, see, I started going this way.
I don't care.
And
you
now,
need to show them your ID so you can
now I'm here, which means when I walk out here,
I feel threatened by this man, okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
call 119, 911. They come when they want to come. So y'all want me to sign in right here?
And you need to show a driver's license.
I don't have one.
Well, then you have to leave the building because you can't identify yourself.
With News Now.
No, we need a name.
Hey,
okay.
That's my name.
That's not your name.
Well, they didn't give me a name badge, so I don't have it with me. If you wanted me to sign in, I'll sign in.
But you're not signing in with a name and an ID.
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, he could be casing this building.
Let me see what time it is over here. So, 5 o'clock. What time do y'all close?
Do you have an ID on you?
No, I don't.
What does that say?
And his T-shirt says something about terrorists on the back too.
Yeah, read it. Did you read it? It says,
what I'd like to read is your ID because you need to show that.
Make a difference in the world, double tap a terrorist.
Yeah, but this is something personal. You were talking to her.
Well, she approached me.
You can't record.
So I'm going to head out. Hey, you can't stop me from leaving.
Yeah, well, come on. But you said you wanted to wait for the troopers, though.
Well, I've already videoed around here where I want to video.
Wait for the troopers. That's all.
Okay, you can wait. I'm about to head out. So these are free for the public?
As far as we know,
free to. Oh, and a state map right here too. All right, building looks like it's in good condition and everything. I appreciate y'all. So I'm going to head out.
Yeah, you can't leave that way though.
Why not?
Because.
All right, then I'll head this way. Then I'll go this way. Well, you can wait. Hey, you can't keep me from reading. You know that's kidnapping, right, sir? You know that I have not broken any law.
Dude, I don't
sir.
Care. I don't
no,
care.
I haven't. Quit pushing on me.
I don't care, man.
Quit pushing on me. I'm leaving.
I don't care. I don't care.
Dude, you know you're committing assault right now. And it's on video.
If you calm down and wait for the
I'm the calm one.
Because we don't know who you are.
Stop. Stop. Take your hand off me. Take your hand off me, sir. Take your hand off me, sir. Sir, quit assaulting me.
No.
Quit assaulting me. Let me leave. Quit. You are not an officer of the law, are you?
I work with them.
But you're not one.
Yes, sir.
You are not an officer of the law.
No, sir.
Stop it. Let me leave and let me be free. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it.
None of that.
Stop it. Let me go. Quit detaining me.
None of that.
You're not an officer.
I have every right to.
No, you don't.
I want to go ahead and plug the Patreon for OTU Media. If you guys like the content and you want to become a patron, go to www.patreon.com/OTU Media and sign up there. Again, go to the YouTube channel News Now OKC. And actually, if you like Tim's News Now content, that's great news, because Tim has decided that he wouldn't mind coming in to talk to us regularly once a week. So you guys be looking for News Now OKC on OTU Media, coming on Mondays at 5 o'clock after Brooke McGowan's Let the People Decide Oklahoma City. So we just watched the video, and again, they're saying that they felt threatened by you. You mentioned that on the Department of Transportation website there are some racial connotations that are being thrown out there, but it sure looked like you were the one getting beat up to me, Tim.
Yeah, there was no racist comments made by me or the guard or the female working there, Yalitha Hart. There's not a racial issue here. That I'm going to take that right off the table right now. The News 9 article says that there is a group that is threatening them or giving them racial comments. All that is people getting on there, finding the website, seeing the video, going to their Facebook page and being asshats. That's all this is. They're typing stuff in because there's a white man being detained by 4 black people. It's not a racial issue. They never brought race into it. The people that are commenting did on their own.
Speaking of asshats, we've got a comment from one of our viewers, Jonathan Crims. Why does OTU choose to air a video with that kind of language? Well, Jonathan, it's because this ain't your mama's media network, okay? This is OTU Media, and we're bringing the truth. It's raw around here, all right?
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, we're going to pay a few bills, though, real quick. We're going to take a break and say goodbye to Tim. So you guys stick around. We'll take a couple more minutes and let Tim tell us about what he's got going up. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Do you have problems with pain, anxiety, or sleeplessness? Come see us at Can Help Wellness, where we can help. Stop by any of our 4 wellness centers to find out how premium CBD products can help you find relief. From balms to tinctures to even products for your pets. Natural, safe, organic relief and lab tested with certifications. Reach out to one of our wellness consultants today at 405-455-3012 or online at cann-help.com.
News Now OKC's Tim Harper. Always a pleasure, sir. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about some of the ways that other people can get involved with auditing the state government and the events that are coming up here in Oklahoma?
All you need is a cell phone. All you need is a YouTube account. And just walk into your public buildings. What you do is just film them. You don't really want to impede anyone's business. Stay out of the way and just walk around filming the pictures on the wall. Give a tour of your public buildings.
And definitely observe any warnings that are posted.
Warnings, yes. Just stay on the right side of the law. If it's a public building, you have the right to be there, and unless it says restricted access, don't go back there if the door's locked. You can film police dispatch windows. You can film at any window where they're conducting business. I try to stay away from people's personal information that's being written down or talked about. I'm not there for them. I'm there for our public buildings and our public servants. You can do this too. Go to my YouTube channel, News Now OKC, and watch a few of my videos. Subscribe to it and hit the notification bell, and you'll watch how it's done. And I'm not the only one do it. Just type in First Amendment auditing on YouTube, and you'll see it. It's going on all over the country. We need you to do this too. We need every building audited. When they learn that they can't stop you from going in with a camera, there's going to be accountability.
Now, what's going on as far as First and Second Amendment events in the state of Oklahoma in the near future?
I just audited the Tulsa transit system up there, and they're very Second Amendment friendly now.
Okay.
I'm going to be posting a video on that soon. We've got the Gathering Place. It's a Second Amendment rally up in Tulsa, outside of the Gathering Place at 10 a.m. Oklahoma Second Amendment Association is holding a Second Amendment rally. I'd like everybody to show up. There's going to be some anti-gunners there, and we want to outnumber them 10-1 if we can. You can open carry. You can wear your pro-gun shirts. There's going to be news media there, so we can get a lot of exposure on this. After this event is disbanded and goes home, I'm going to have my own personal Second Amendment protest inside the Gathering Place, me and a few other guys. But it is not associated with OK2A. It has nothing to do with it. This is me personally going in there to do what I'm going to do.
All right. Hey, Brooke and Rhonda, thank you, ladies, so much for a great show as always. Frosty, excellent job today. Creme de la creme, hope you caught your shout out, buddy. News Now's OKC, News Now OKC's Tim Harper, thank you, sir. And all the taxpayers here in Oklahoma, thank you guys. Also, stay motivated. We are winning.
Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the troublemaking, irresponsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is